All right, babies, I wanted to go on real quick and go over the how to get yourself unstuck in 2022. I didn't create these until later in 2021, and it was absolutely amazing. So I wanted to make sure I shared this with you so you have the tools to create this, because it is inevitable. It is like bearer of bad news over here. I'm so sorry, but like you are going to get in a funk at some point this year, and this is going to help just kind of transition you out, I think, with a little bit more ease. So we're going to go through just step by step. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, first one that we're going to fill out is who to call. It is so important that you have a list of people that you can call when you're feeling down. I know for me, it's like my mom and my grandma and my sisters. If you've got friends, like make sure you put them on there. That, and every time I do this section, I always just feel so loved and so grateful. Even if you have one person to call, guys, like please know that is so special. Like life is so crazy, and so having one person to call is incredible, but then being able to be like, wow, I've got like this coworker, or like this friend, or like this person that I went to school with, or like just like so many different people that you know that you could call just to be like, I want to like just make me laugh, or whatever it is that you need. So who to call, again, have that list out. It can be a whole plethora of people. Like I can look at this list and say I would not call the same person necessarily for the same thing, but I know these are all people that I could turn to when I needed. Okay, next we have where to go. I know for me, like going on a walk in the park, and that'll actually kind of go into what to do. Going to the park, going into my office. I just feel very safe in my office and in my closet. I know that sounds really weird, but those are kind of just like my internal safe zones. Same thing with my Jeep. I said park, just going into nature again. That's just a really big one for me. So anywhere that you can go that will just kind of help get you unstuck. This could be church. This could be a gym. This could be your family's house. This could be a particular state. I know some people say they move and they're like, wow, I just really want to go back. So maybe prioritize planning a trip, going back to help get yourself unstuck. Just planning the trip, it will be amazing how much better you'll feel. Okay, that is just my little tidbit on where to go. And next we're going to move on what to do. Okay, like I said, going on a walk is a huge one. I think that honestly should be for everyone. Working out is also something. Traveling, just going somewhere new. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. These are all things that I love to do. Cooking, I'm going to put that on here. And then just spa time. I know that sounds weird, but that's just one of the things that I can do that make me feel so much better. All right, now we're going to go over to what to create. Okay, so this one is so open to interpretation, because I think creating things can be literally anything. I know one of the things I'm actually doing right now is painting. I also really like to draw. When I was younger, I really loved to like write songs. I like played music. I don't really love to do that anymore. I would even say dance. That's something that I could have put under doing, but to me it feels more kind of creative. I put cooking, but I'm actually going to put coffee, because I love creating like fancy coffees and different drinks, just to kind of give you an idea. So that's your what to do or what to create to feel unstuck. Okay, now I realized after I had printed this off and like had like already given you guys the activity, this says business. It actually should say self-soothe. And the reason I have that on there, so self-soothe and self-care, totally different things. So self-soothe is going to be like bubble baths, face masks. I put a spa time up there, but it's very much like your spa time. It's all of this stuff that we're kind of marketed as self-care, and I'll get into what self-care actually is. That gives you enough of an idea. So that's self-soothing, like anything that soothes you in that moment. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Drinking wine, that's a big one, right? We're all told like, oh, drink some wine, journal. which really is, I'm like such a great form of I would actually put that in self-care. Okay, now self-care is anything that makes you feel better after you do it. So again, working out, totally okay to duplicate. I always tell people, I'm like, if you see something pop up a million times on here, that's a good indicator that you should be spending a significant amount of time trying to do that thing or create that, whatever it is for you. Right, so self-care, right? Journaling, working out. I know this is always a weird one. Brushing your teeth. Like, if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, I'm glad you don't. Okay, my play. How do you play? Isn't that like, when was the last time you asked yourself that? Honest to goodness. So how do you go out and how do you play? For me, I love to swim. I love board games. I'm kind of lame like that. I also love card games. I love Lego video games. I went actually, I did not mean to, but I just started filling it all out. I went in kind of a very literal sense, but it doesn't have to be so literal. Play can be a whole, like anything that feels fun, that feels like you kind of lose track of time doing it, that can be considered play. Okay, and then rest. I love taking naps. I also love, I actually love making coffee. That does feel like rest to me. Drawing and painting. I promise I'm not just pulling these because it's right above. This just genuinely feels very restful. Oh goodness. Again, it's already up here, but whatever, I don't care. We can duplicate. I already said it really does not matter. And I want to make sure. Bubble baths. I'm like, what am I trying to write? I want to make sure that I'm like kind of being honest with you guys. And you can kind of tell too, when you do this and you start to repeat, you'll be like, well, let me come up with something different. Just be honest with yourself. You don't have to have everything be repetitive. Be different. If something repeats a lot, that's totally fine. Like, okay, I should be putting more time into like, I'm painting right now, so I'm doing good with that. But I should be putting more time in like making coffee and taking bubble baths, right? Like this now becomes apparent. All right, so I hope that helps. I hope that answers all of your guys' questions on this. If not, please make sure that you comment below so I can make sure I get those answered for you. I love you so much. I hope this helps whenever you're feeling unstuck. Just remember, ebbs and flows happen in life. That is totally fine. You are totally human and there's nothing wrong with you. You're going to get through this. I love you so much. And don't forget to use the things on this list. Don't just write them out. Actually do them. All right. I will talk with you later. Bye.